Hi, folks. This is Dave Workman with Workman Associates. And today, with our Cass County Heroes program continuing in 2020, I've got someone who's on the front lines, someone who is very important to this community, and someone who is spreading God's word and putting his words into action. This is Major, I believe it's Major, isn't it, Nathan Harms?
It is.
From the Logansport Salvation Army. And Major, welcome very much. You and I have had interaction before, and it is my honor and my privilege to have you. First of all, maybe in 30 or 60 seconds, can you kind of give the folks that are watching this a little background on you and your ministry?
Yeah, so my wife and I have been ordained in the Salvation Army since 2002, so 18 years. We've been in Logansport just over a year this time, but we were appointed here from 2005 to 2007. And so we've been married for 15 years and 16 years, something, 15 or 16 years. We have a 3.5-year-old son and a baby on the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When's the baby due?
March.
Wow, that'll be great.
Yes.
That will be great. Well, listen, we're thankful to have you back, Nathan, because as I said, all kidding aside, you're on the front lines. You've seen what COVID has done. Let's talk a little bit about how COVID has impacted your ministry here in Logansport.
Yeah, so when COVID hit, we closed, but we still served. We serve a meal every day, but we provided meals to go to around, at the height of it, about 55 to 60 people every day. People that were off of work due to COVID. We reopened our dining room October 1st. So we were physically closed for 6 months, but we continued serving. We provided financial assistance over the phone and through email. Everything was done remotely. It was a strange time. We have extra funds to help people if it's COVID related. And United Way has been very generous with COVID money and the Lilly Endowment. And we now have FEMA funds that we've never had before. So things are going really well financial wise, but a lot of people are hurting.
So put it into context, Major. How many people, families did you serve like in 2019? And how many have you served in 2020, even though we're not at the end of the year yet? Because this is being recorded on December 7th.
Yeah, so in 2019, we served 63 families with renter utility assistance. And so far, we are up to 202 households receiving renter utility assistance.
So when you say 202, you're not talking about 202 people, you're talking about 202 family units.
Yeah, it's like 650 people.
Oh my goodness.
In those households.
Well, let's talk about the bell ringing campaign, something that's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
How is the bell ringing campaign going in regards to volunteerism right now? Do you have all the bell ringers you need, or could you use more?
We could use more, and people can sign up at registertoring.com.
And that's how do they do that? Go through that.
So you go to the website and you create an account, and then you can register for the location and hours that you want to volunteer.
Excellent.
Pretty simple.
It is pretty simple. Now, if in case they want to call and ask you where they can serve, what is your phone number at the Salvation Army?
722-1979.
So 722-1979.
Yes.
722 and area code 574. Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, so we have the need for bell ringers is great because we have 900 hours to fill, and we're up to only 250. People will register continually over the next couple of weeks, but so that puts us at about 28%. We'd like to get up to 50%. The more people that volunteer, the more money we raise. If there's a bucket with nobody standing there, then people aren't going to give.
So let me ask you, what percentage of the budget for you is provided by the bell ringing campaign?
So bell ringing includes mail-in donations as well. So our total Christmas campaign is 35% of our whole budget.
That's a lot. And do you know where you're at right now in regards to that 35% of the budget?
So our goal this year is $75,000,
No,
and
is that the entire budget, or is that just
entire
okay?
entire. We want to raise $25,000 in our buckets.
And where are you at right now? Do you know?
At about 15%.
At about 15%.
Yes.
Well, it is my hope and prayer that this interview will encourage people to give. You know, I've said this before, and for folks who are watching the first time, the reason, have I ever told you why the Salvation Army is so dear to my heart?
You have.
That is the fact that my grandfather, when he came back from World War I, there were two nonprofit organizations giving coffee. One was giving coffee, which is the Salvation Army. The other one was selling coffee for 5 cents a cup. And he always told me about how much it meant to him to have the Salvation Army provide that coffee to him. And for whatever reason, it stuck to me. It stuck with me. And I know right now that you're doing a lot more than giving coffee. What's a typical day like at the Salvation Army building? Is there a typical day?
There are things that we hope to accomplish each day.
Well said. Well said, Major.
So a lot of, because my wife and we're now actually the only staff. So everything else is being done by volunteers. We don't have any more employees.
Wow.
And so so my role has changed. So I'm doing all of the financial assistance. And my wife is spearheading the kitchen program. And so she organizes the lunch menus, gets things ready for the volunteers to come and prep. We serve a meal Monday to Friday, 11:30 to 12:30. The phone is ringing off the hook. We have a volunteer that's here about 30 hours a week that's helping with that. Our pantry is only open on Thursday mornings by appointment. We're trying to not overlap any programs and services. So we're typically, while we're all kind of doing everything, we're only doing one thing at a time.
I see. And what is a typical Sunday like for you? I think a lot of people don't realize that you actually have church service on Sunday. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, we do. I think a lot of people don't realize that. I think a lot of people realize that we're a faith-based Christian organization, but they don't realize that comes with Sunday services. So we have worship services at 10:25. We start at 10:25 based on Hebrews 10:25 to not neglect meeting together. That's been very important, especially during this time of year.
How many people do you have for a service on Sunday? I'm curious.
Well, we have about 35 people in our congregation, but only about 15 people are coming right now.
I understand that. I mean, I can appreciate that. And that's a little bit like at our church, where some people have decided to watch Facebook Live versus going there in person.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap this up, is there anything that you'd like to say to the people out there concerning the Salvation Army that you think is important for them to know that they may not know?
So two things. One is, while some groups and individuals have opted to not ring bells this year, they have sent in donations to sort of replace the funds that they would raise. So that's been a really big blessing. And the second thing is, and I said this yesterday when I was at your church speaking to your congregation, Philippians 1:3, I thank God in all of my prayers when I think about you because you are helping us help others. That is the biggest blessing that I have.
So I have one question just came up. I've got this $20 bill in my pocket. I put it into the kettle. How much does that stay in Cass County?
All of it.
So
all of it.
And so, folks, I want you to listen to this carefully. The money you give stays in Cass County, and only Major and his wife right now are the only staff. So, Nathan, I wish you and your wife a very happy Christmas. blessings on that baby coming in March. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing the work. It's great that you're back in the community, and I just hope that the many good people that watch this will either go to register2ring.com, or they can call you at 574-722-1979 to register or
Yes.
to ask questions, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Grace and peace. We'll look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you.
And thank you so very, very much. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope that you can, at some point in time, be part of the bell ringing. You get more out of it than you give. Very good.
Yes.
Thanks, Nathan.
Good to see you.